Start it over again. I hope you guys can hear me because there's a lot of wind today. But there's the Sherman. First up, I want to thank everybody for the 30,000 subscribers I hit today. Wasn't expecting to hit it so fast, but it just came out of nowhere. I gained 50 subscribers in one night for some reason. And look, it's donkey. 2 donkeys. Donkey. Hey, good afternoon. Thank you, Logan. There's the Sherman that belonged to the Fort Garry Horse Regiment, Canadian. I think it's the 10th Tank Regiment. Yeah, it's the 10th Canadian Armored Regiment. That fought in the battle for Doetinchem here in the Netherlands. The Sherman was knocked out on the outskirts of Doetinchem by a Panzerfaust. One thing I find odd on this Sherman is these 2 brackets over here. I've never seen brackets like this on a Sherman before. So yeah, if anybody can tell me what these brackets were for, let me know. I've never seen them. Maybe it's a crew edition of some sort. But what they also said in some of the descriptions is that you can still see the damage from the Panzerfaust, but it's really hard to locate. I think it was here, but they patched it up. Another nice story about the Sherman is that that Canadian soldiers placed it here right after the war, when they were stationed here in Doetinchem. They were searching for a Sherman to place in a monument, so they located this in a local scrapyard. They restored it. They patched up the hole in the turret where the Panzerfaust hit. They towed it to this spot and left it here as a memorial. You can also see the whitened tracks. A lot of them are broken off, presumably because people are climbing onto it and use those brackets as a step stool when they break off. So for all those whiners out there that always complain, the German is running away out there, yeah, you're the one. If you climb on top of these things, you're helping the decay of the tank, pretty much. Also, assholes that scratch their name into these monuments are not helping either. It's in pretty okay condition. Not great, but no. It's also not really in a urban area. It's a bit on the outsides of Doetinchem. So another interesting bracket over here. Never seen that before either. Like this and this, and it goes to this thing here. There's a plate over the engine cover. There's a lot of interesting brackets on this thing. Probably some sort of crew edition or something. But yeah, when the Panzerfaust hit, the commander got killed, Commander MacDonald, and I think the driver was also wounded. I think his name was Siemens. There's not much battle damage on this tank. It's indeed a Canadian Sherman, yeah. It serves in the 10th Canadian tank regiment. It took part in the liberation of Doetinchem. Hope that the quality is okay. There's not much battle damage. Most of these battle-hardened Shermans have some battle damage on them. Like some bullet damage or some other shrapnel damage, but this one is really clean. There's some crew additions, like some brackets and other things, probably to place some camouflage on there. A lot of these little things welded on top of it. If my gimbal wants to go up, like there and there, it points there. Even on the gun mantlet. A lot of little crew additions. And of course these weird brackets. So if you just tuned in, it has these two weird brackets on the front of here. I have no idea what they are for. But it had more some welding places. And this is for the covers for the lamps, but they are gone. Crew storage, of course. Most of these things are welded to the side. All these hooks, like here on the turret. All these spacers, yeah. I forgot the technical term for these wideners for the tracks. Was to keep the tank from sinking. It's an interesting looking Sherman. Sad it doesn't have really much of battle damage on there. It's rusty though. The wheels have seen better days. And the trucks also have seen better days. It can use a new restoration. Iris. No, it's not a jumbo. It's an M4A4. There are not much jumbos left in Europe. There's only one jumbo left in Europe. I'm really interested in those brackets. I need to film the tank some more. A few hours ago I was in Winterswijk. There is a piece of a Russian cannon or howitzer that's served in the Battle of Stalingrad. It was captured by the Germans there, and then sent to Normandy and survived that battle, was sent to Arnhem, survived that battle, and was sent to Belgium and the Netherlands, and then to Winterswijk, and was abandoned there. It's also a really interesting story about that gun. I've seen it. I'm going to place some pictures on Instagram of that gun and maybe a video on the history of the gun, because it's pretty interesting. Other interesting little brackets. They're welded to the front of the tank here. Jimbo, work with me. Hop. Good, Jimbo. Sorry, I missed your comment. A flailing anti-mine device. These brackets? Maybe. But I think it could have had a hedgerow cutter because it has these weld lines on the side here. On the front. So maybe it could have had this. This was for mounting tank tracks. Typical Canadian and British mountings. The other brackets could have also have been for some extra armor and welding on those tank tracks, German tank tracks. Any tank tracks they fight. That was littered with them. Probably not on the turret. Because they have those smaller ones for stowage and other things. This one is particularly clean because it was hit by a Panzerfaust. But doesn't have much of any battle scars or anything. A lot of little hooks on the back side of the turret for mounting more bags and other crew storage. But yeah, I'm going to start filming some more. Probably doing a video on this tank and the Battle of Doetinchem. And I will see you in a next live stream that probably will be in Normandy. So I'm going to do one last walk around of this tank. And landing good, yeah, this is in Holland. So yeah, I will see you in the live streams in Normandy. And enjoy the last few seconds of this tank. It's a pretty nice looking Sherman. Nice historical piece. Because it served in the Battle of Doetinchem. It's altijd the tanks that were knocked out and replaced as a monument are always the most interesting tanks to see. Hey, you're welcome. Just the guy says, oh, Doetinchem, that's a 50-minute drive from where I live. You've probably seen this Sherman then. Yeah, you've been to that tank many times, yeah. Yeah, it's a 50-minute drive. I have to drive almost 2 hours to get here, so. It also has a really interesting cover on the turret. Right there. A ventilation hole of something that's patched up. It's not a hole for the smoke grenade, I think. But yeah, we'll see him in the next live stream, you guys. Enjoy the last few seconds. Logan says we have an M4A4 Sherman located in the American Legion where I live in Vermont, some 5 miles from me. Just a guy, you can watch the live stream back again in a few minutes, if you like. And Jack Fleming fan says, I wish I had this Sherman sitting in my front yard. Yeah. I think most of we want that to have in our front yard, but you need to have a big front yard. Jesus Christ, my brain stopped working. You have to have a big front yard to have this placed into your front yard. Yeah, I will see you in my next live stream. I have said this almost 3 times now, but yeah, my brain is working again for a few seconds. Well, see you guys. Enjoy the last 2 seconds.